Jameis Winston re-signs with the New Orleans Saints on a 1-year, $5.5 million contract that brings him back to Sean Payton. Remember, we had the whole whispering of Drew Brees to Jameis Winston saying, "This is your team now." I believed Drew Brees. Drew Brees does not lie. He does not look or feel like a liar to me. He was correct. He was telling the truth. Jameis is back. And Jameis, I believe, will be the day one, week one starter for Sean Payton's Saints. I understand Taysom Hill's there. I understand Taysom Hill got a contract extension. Oh, yeah, great. Okay. Taysom Hill, I love Taysom Hill. I think he's a heck of a football player. But you cannot tell me that Jameis Winston is coming back to New Orleans to be a backup. It just doesn't feel right. He had an opportunity to go to Washington, which is why I think Fitzpatrick signed with Washington, because I think basically what Washington said was, oh, we missed out on Winston, let's go grab Fitzmagic, okay? Funny that it's actually Fitzpatrick and Jameis, because they were on the same team in Tampa Bay together and they split time together. So it's funny that actually happened. But yeah, I think Jameis Winston, I've said this before, I'm going to say this again. I think Jameis Winston is going to have a good 2021 season. Like, Jameis Winston is talented. Jameis Winston is a great thrower of the football. Jameis Winston, inside a Sean Payton offense, will thrive. Sean Payton is a genius, guys. I know, we don't really give the credit that Sean Payton deserves. Sean Payton's one of the 5 greatest offensive football minds of all time. And he's going to be putting Jameis in a place to succeed. They still have an awesome offensive line, that can protect for him and buy him time. Remember, Jameis isn't good with... Okay, this is the thing, all right? There's a few things to be said here. So, Jameis is the opposite of Brees in terms of he likes to hold on to the ball. He likes to buy time to get rid of the ball. And he does make big plays because of that. Okay? He often makes big plays running around and buying extra time and scrambling and on the move throwing, right? Drew Brees is the opposite. Drew Brees is literally snap throw. So the greatness of the Saints offensive line will be tested, but it is a very good offensive line, and they really haven't lost any pieces despite, having to get up to the cap. We'll have to see what the Saints do in order to do so, but I'm sure they'll keep that offensive line intact. They have Alvin Kamara, that can take the load off of Jameis. They can run the football well. Jameis can give them more of a downfield dimension to their offense. Michael Thomas should be healthy and ready to go, and I think their offense is going to be good. Has Sean ever had a bad offense? And, Jameis has always put up numbers. He might not put up W's, but he's always put up numbers. So he's talented. He is more talented than at least 10 starters in this league. Like, I get it. He threw 30 picks, but he's talented. So I think he's in a situation there in New Orleans. If Sean Payton can cut back on the turnovers, he'll be successful as their starting quarterback. And I'm looking forward to seeing part 2 with Jameis Winston, because really, he deserves another opportunity. So it's nice to see him get that opportunity. Now, Taysom Hill is going to be involved, if not more involved than he was with Drew Brees, but I like that Jameis is back. I think this is the best spot for him to succeed. So, Jameis is back. 1 year, $5.5 million. Should touch on the contract. It's about the same as Cam Newton's. So, makes a lot of sense. And both the Saints and the Patriots are going to be playing with quarterbacks that don't really cost their teams a lot. And I really like what Belichick is doing over there, because he's kind of putting the money into the rest of the team, while the Saints are trying to buy themselves and get themselves out of a hole salary cap-wise. So it's probably the smart strategy. But I think it's a steal. Jameis, a talent like Jameis is worth at least $20 million. So They're getting him at a fourth of the price, basically. And I think a lot of that has to do with because Jameis wanted to play for the Saints. And I think that's really the only reason. I think if he signs with Washington, you're probably looking at a $10 to $15 million contract, maybe even 20. So, yeah, I think the biggest reason they got him at the price they did is because he wanted to play in New Orleans. And why wouldn't he? So, Jameis is back in New Orleans.